Hello, beautiful people. This is Eric Kearney, president of the Greater Cincinnati and Northern Kentucky African American Chamber of Commerce. Thank you so much for being with us today. We are going to have the Tenant 10 for this briefing today. The Tenant 10, we're going to go through what people should do with their landlord as we go through this Corona-19 pandemic. Be above board with your landlord is the catchphrase. Go through 10 pieces of advice, 10 tips, contact information for the African American Chamber of Commerce, as well as social media information for our organization. Landlord, very important relationship, obviously, for the success of your business. Rule number one, read your lease. Is it a net, triple net, modified gross? Are there terms or clauses in it about abatement, default, force majeure, whatever it might be? Make sure that you read your lease and you're up on it. Tip number two, share your business plan, your emergency plan, your COVID-19 plan with your landlord, so your landlord has a degree of confidence about what you're doing. You know what the circumstances are, and you're conducting your business wisely. Tip number three, communicate with your landlord and asking for a 30-day or a 90-day extension. Show your landlord the revenue gap. List out, this is what my revenue looks like now. This is why I'm having problems meeting the terms of the lease agreement and why you may need an extension. Tip number four, address the landlord's needs. Maybe there's something that the landlord might need you to do. Look at the landlord's mortgage, ask them about their mortgage and how much of that mortgage payment, because the landlord may have a mortgage, and see how much of that you can help pay and how much of that is profit for the landlord. Tip number five, suggest lower rent payments that are manageable for your new budget. So everybody has taken a hit from the COVID-19 coronavirus pandemic, but let your landlord know, hey, I'm not getting 100% of the revenue that I used to get. I'm getting 80% of the revenue. Perhaps under my new budget, you can take an 80% hit or 20% hit or however it works. Tip number six, are there ways that you can provide value to the landlord? Think creatively. So the landlord, let's say, might have a child, and that child might be interested in dance, and you happen to run a dance studio. So maybe you could give that child lessons virtually over Zoom or over Facebook Live or something like that. And so that provides value for the landlord and may be a way for you to think about reducing your rent or something, but think creatively. Work together creatively to come up with a solution. Tip number seven, discuss your financial position with your accountant and discuss your lease with your attorney. Make sure that they are aware of what you're going through there. Tip number eight, so there's a lot of information about there that the federal government is banning evictions if you have a federally secured mortgage on the property or this and that. I don't know about all that, and I don't believe that it's clear. So what I would say to you is communicate with your landlord, pay your utilities, and make sure that you talk to your lawyer to get the latest information about what is going on. Tip number nine, communicate. Make sure you send your landlord an email, call your landlord, send them a text message, communicate with them on any platform. It's better to over communicate in situations like this rather than to hide your head in the sand. And then tip number 10, you've got to be realistic with yourself. Do you still need it? Do you need to stay in that property anymore? Has your business model changed because of the COVID-19 pandemic? Those are the top 10. Also want to remind you that the African American Chamber of Commerce, our team is here for you. Deborah Davis, who's a regional director of the MBAC program, is providing technical assistance. So if you need help with completing a loan application, she can help you. Jordan B. Ivory is our program director. We're conducting programming as we speak during the pandemic. So all you have to do is go on Facebook or look for our links on our webpage. Henrietta Shepard is our office manager. Alex Thomas is our membership director. Please talk to her if you have any concerns about your membership or if you would like to join. Christy Clement Williams is in charge of transformative initiatives as well as sponsorship. So if you'd like to sponsor one of our programs, Marlene Fout is out in our Piketon office. And so she's helping those businesses in Appalachia, farmers markets, and other people, other businesses out there. And then you can always reach out to me. I'd love to hear from you. Follow the African American Chamber on social media, our website, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and here are just some snapshots of our social media and website. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Tenant 10, the Tenant 10. If you have any questions or concerns, please reach out to us. We're always here for you. 513-751-9900, African-American Chamber of Commerce. Be safe, be well.